Hello and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon video with me, Bubblebox. Today again joined by Silverraptor and Vulcan from Vulcan HD Gaming. Today we're playing with the REDFOR decks that we built in the REDFOR deck building video in the last, well, it was the last video I believe. And yeah, just to show off the units really. We're playing against a team this time, a good team. You can see they're pretty well organised. They're kind of already predicting what we're going to do, and as it turned out they were fairly correct. I've been heading over to Juliet with my command in a little rocket pod chopper here. Silverraptor, he's heading over towards Gulf with mainly tanks and anti-air, and we'll have a look at those in a minute. And Silverraptor, he's heading for Foxtrot. He's already getting his MI-17 there with his infantry inside, just to unload those and stick them in the building to take control of Foxtrot. The enemy looks like they're heading for the compound here, for Charlie, for Delta, the usual places. And Silverraptor's got one of his nice BM-D2Ks in the base there in India. So he's heading actually to the left, as I said. He's got two Tunguskers, which everyone has in their REDFOR decks, of course, and in their Russian decks and other decks. He's got a T-80U there, two T-80Us, two T-62Bs. These are nice tanks as well. They're not that well armoured, but they have a good firepower with the Archon anti-tank gun missiles with a long 2,800 metre range. Got a bit of recon, and a T-72B which has got anti-tank gun missiles as well. Now Vulcan is pushing way forward here, so he's going with his T-80U, a couple of HQ7s which are really good against anti-air, and he's got some infantry in the little ZSL trucks here as well. But the enemy have got quite a lot of units already in position into Delta. Now he's got a Buratino behind as well, has Vulcan, and a couple of ZTZ medium tanks, and the Buratino is going to open up on Delta any second and hopefully give cover for his ZSL. But the enemy have managed to unload Milan F3s, and they immediately targeted his HQ7, which is his protection from choppers. And they've also taken out one of his ZLS trucks, although he did manage to unload his infantry first, as the Buratino fires away into Delta. And is immediately targeted. Super Essendard coming in against the Buratino. And that's the end of Vulcan's Buratino. The Buck, though, firing away at the Super Essendard. Hopefully it will take it out. Sorry about the terrible camera. It did, I think it looks like it might have taken it out. I'm not sure, that might have got away. How many points has he got? No, didn't manage to shoot down the Essendard. What a shame. Now, but his other HQ7 has gone down and managed to bring back his T-80U. His TZ-70 is trying to get out. His Lijuans are kind of committed and are attacking these HEGM squad. I fire in a whole bunch of BM-24s. They're kind of a lesser version of the Buratino, but with a slightly longer range and a bit cheaper, but not as effective as the Buratino. And Silverraptor's still getting his units into position in Gulf. So they haven't got a command yet on Delta. They've gone for units over commands at the start, has the enemy, and it's paying off for them a little bit at the moment, although Silverraptor should be okay in the middle there. I bring out some Boshong-Sus and these Huangsheng Chos just to try and support in the middle, and I bring forward two T-80Us and a couple of Tunguskers and a couple of squads of Conkers. This T-80U is going through the tree line. Managed to snipe one of these little trucks here. The trucks here are empty. They've dropped off all their infantry already, and I've sent for a couple of MI-8 MTVs with their rocket pods just to try and support the middle here. Well, they have got some Mistrals in there, as you can see. Now Silverraptor's managed to find himself engaged up against a Leopard 2 against the T-80U. The T-80U should kill that Leopard 2, which it does. Very nice indeed. But he has got a PAH-2 Tiger sitting here, which is going to have some pot shots at that T-80U. As the T-80U seems to be concentrating on shooting at the Leclerc and the Leopard 2A5. So those T-80Us have got a bit of a battle on... Wow, what's that going? A bit of a battle on their hands here as the Tiger unleashes a missile which just misses, and it's getting attacked by the Tunguska and goes down. but continuing to engage. You've got a big Leopard 2A5 and a big Leclerc over there. This T-82 is nearly dead and in fact takes a shot and goes down there. This T-72 has been doing a good job with its Arcan missiles, as has this T-80, and Jaguar flies around trying to go for the Tunguska, but the Tunguska's got its radar tamed off, of course. They have managed to take this compound here. I think I lost those 2 choppers there, or at least lost one of them to a Celtic, and I've lost one of my T-80Us, which was in that tree line, probably or possibly to a plane or to this 2 M1 Abrams, which are now moving forward into the tree line. So I haven't managed to take that tree line, which I really wanted to do, and we have been pushed right back after our attack forward. So Silverraptor's bringing in a BMD2 into Golf. Vulcan's I'm bringing in a command into Hotel. Vulcan's trying to reinforce Foxtrot so they don't push through the middle. But all in all, that was a terrible start. We are on 440 points. The enemy is on 1,180 points. So by anyone's standards, that's a poor start at the beginning of a 3v3 game. So we've got to try and claw our way back from this position. So the enemy did a really good job rebuffing us. Especially, I think we took most of the damage going, myself and Vulcan, both going for Delta. Silverraptor didn't do too badly, lost one of his T-80Us, lost one of his Tunguskas. He's done okay, but really I did terribly and Vulcan didn't do too well out of that exchange either. So at the moment it goes a bit quiet for a couple of minutes because everyone now just is trying to re-health, is that a word? Health up, buff up, whatever you want to call it, their units by bringing in kind of logistics. And you can see all the logistics starting to come in now before people try to push forward again. Now on my side, I just get one of my Huang Shong Chos forward. I don't want them. It's a shame they got this tree line here because that means they can put units up against these. Oh, there's a Puma coming in. Oh no, actually, what's it attacking here? Oh, it's attacking the Abrams. It's got eyes on the Abrams. But they soon immediately pull them back. You can tell they're good players because they react so quickly to anything that I did in this game. I've unloaded my Boshong Sus. I'm just going to stick them up over here somewhere. I don't want them to get recon up along these, the peak of this mountain. Although they have managed to get a recon, a really cheap 10-point recon M113 there, snuck up at the edge of the tree line. They've got some chaps there now. They've got chaps back there. Got Hawks. They're covered in AA. They've got Mistrals as well. So they're pretty well hunkered into Delta now. They're pretty well dug in at Charlie with a Leclerc and a Leopard and a Leopard 1A1 recon tank as well. That's an interesting choice. A couple of Crotals hidden there in the trees. So, looks like Vulcan's bringing in a Buratino, Silverraptor's bringing in a Buratino, Silverraptor bringing in a bit more recon. On my side, I've just brought in a Brom 1 just to try and scout up this side. Figuring there's probably very little chance of me now attacking directly into Delta. I'm going to have to probably more likely try to flank around the outside. Although it's always difficult when you have a bad start because you need to kind of push. But it's difficult to push because the enemy's got more units than you, which is our dilemma right here. The enemy in Delta also bringing in logistics, buffing up their units. You can see they've got a lovely selection. They've got Sapeurs, Legion, Mistrals, ATGMs at the front, Commander Marines. They're a really nice selection. You've even got a recon squad in the front there. Really nice selection of units. These are the trucks here that are just scouting forward, really. They're scouting, that's all they're doing. They're the trucks that they dropped off their infantry from. We've got a couple of rocket pod choppers here, should finish for those little trucks, which they do. He's got a nice recon chopper here though. These Aliquettes, they have got very, very good optics. And they're not overly expensive either, I don't think, at 40 points. He's also bringing in a Celtic over to the right hand side. I can hear a Buratino firing, and here it is. Vulcan's Buratino attacking into the centre. Looks like he may well be assaulting that centre quite soon if he's Buratino in it, perhaps. I'm not sure. He's got some more infantry coming up in the ZSLs. And some recon infantry there. He's got these motor chutes and he can push forward as well if he needs to. They're bringing in a lot more armour. Ito 2, another Leopard 1 coming in. They haven't got a lot of anti-air here actually. If they've got any anti-air? They haven't actually got any anti-air at all. I know they've got good fighters though. Now the next thing to appear is a Bradley CFV with a couple of M1 Abrams, and they finish off my Beauchamp-Sus in the mountains. This Bradley spotting for the tanks. They've also got a big M1A1 Abrams coming up in the rear and some CEVs in case they come across any infantry, and a chaparral for a bit of anti-air. They've also got a Super Étendard sneaking around the side here. Which comes around the side and gets a side shot. Oh my, what is it going for? Don't think it actually hit anything. But I've got no AA firing at it, just this stupid Hamshong Cho. But my choppers attack and get rid of one of their Abrams, and then their chaps open up on my choppers, and then I have to try to micro my choppers back before these chaparrals destroy them all. And there's more chaps over here in the trees, really long range, and take down my choppers, and my Brom 2 goes down, I think probably to the Bradley with its lovely TOW-2 missiles. I've got to be careful with this Tunguska as well. Now meanwhile, in the middle here, another Buratino's firing off just as they're repairing their units. Another Buratino comes on. If they can explode this Mancati. Oh, took out the ATGM squad that was in this corner, which is good. Mancati not getting very damaged at the moment. So they haven't got a lot of infantry. It looks like he's going for the kill here. He's got a BMP-2C, sorry. It's got little Conkers missiles. And he's moving his Lijuans forward as well. The Jaegers have abandoned their building. Silverraptor's looking okay over here. Got an attack marker above my Tunguska. That must have fired at something. I've managed to get some recon over on the mountain top. As the Celtic comes forward, what's that doing? I'll bring forward my Mi-24W and an attack chopper just to try to keep their tanks from coming forward, because I haven't really got a lot of defence here at the moment. I'm just waiting for the points to come in. I don't want them to push forward too soon, or any time soon. Meanwhile, looks like Vulcan has assaulted this little compound with support from Silverraptor. Silverraptor's got his T-62 moving forward to support Vulcan, and Vulcan, yeah, mops up the limited resistance that was left after his double Buratino attack. Manages to get his recon in the front here, probably spots this Crotal. This T-64, though it's got good firepower, isn't that good armour-wise. It's going to be really careful if it gets shot by those Leopards or those Leclerc. It's going to go down straight away. It looks like they're assaulting. Whoa, that was close. Oh, the Leclerc's opening up on it now. Ooh, nasty. So they're assaulting. They've got some Jaeger Panzers in front with their little guns, and they've, well, a bomb just dropped upon them. They've got Leopard 2A5 coming forward with the Leclerc. They've got an Ito, they've got an anti-tank gun Weasel there as well. And Silverraptor's looking a bit thin on the ground here. It's an anti-radar plane from Vulcan moving over, just trying to check. They haven't got much anti-air again, as I say. Now he realises that and brings in his B5 to try to slow down. Now I think problem with the B5 is the bombs take so long to drop that he's going to miss. I think the other B5 And they brought out a Raphael, and it's actually targeting the seed plane, which goes down. Bombs, I think, missed, unfortunately. They've got some Yagas coming in. They came in a couple of Fuchses, but he's managed to deal with them nicely in the centre. On my side, there's a bit of to and froing going on. I've managed to get a T-80U out, but again, it's not going to be enough to take on all these tanks. It's just a matter of stopping them pushing forward into my lines currently until I try and build up. I've got some ATGM units, infantry out as well in these MI-8Vs. Now, meanwhile, they have managed to push their way all the way into the north of Gulf. They've got a Crotal here now, which... Ooh, this BMP is doing a nice job. It just pulls it back there, though, just to save its bacon as the Leclerc changes direction. Looks like they're bringing out more infantry, a Crotal, more Jager Panzers. Su-27 and MiG-27. Oh, managed to take out that plane. That's very nice. We've got a T-80U coming on the action here from Silverraptor. Managed to take out that Jager Panzer. And their Leopard 2A5 is quite damaged now, so they'll probably want to be pulling that back. Otherwise, this TAU will have a field day. Can take a pop at that weasel, is it? Nope. Bang goes the weasel. As they're trying to get their Leopard 2A5 to safety now. They've got a Leopard 1A1 recon thing coming. Oh, Mi-24D comes in just as the Crotal arrives, which is a shame because that won't survive that. But the T-80U just needs to get rid of this recon tank, then take the Crotal out. The Crotal goes down first, in fact. Another Crotal just around the corner. Now, Vulcan's bringing in his Mi-25 S-24 to hopefully support Silverraptor a little bit. Just take the Crotal's really damaged anyway. That gets taken out. Now we just need to take out the Jager Panzer, and Gulf survives. They've managed to keep hold of Gulf, which is good. I've got an attack marker above me yet again. I think it's actually targeting my T-80U, so I'll expect to see those pesky super etendards reappear very soon. Looks like Vulcan's Mi-25 has been damaged by something. Didn't think they had any. Yeah, they put in a... got another Crotal on the way. A little Mistral. Here comes the Etendard. Oh, it's evac. In fact, my T-80U is coming back. My Mi-24 is going forward because their tanks are attacking again. I've got some Conquer squads and I've got a little bit of anti-air. They bring back the tanks, of course, when they see my Mi-24V, and they bring forward their Pivads and their Bradley for a bit of recon. And I have to take my attack chopper back. I've still got my Conquers, keep them moving forwards. I've managed to get some Bochong Susans to try to attack some of these units in the mountains. But it's proving very difficult on the right for any breakthrough on the left. The weakest the enemy are looking are probably Charlie, probably their weakest point. But there's not a lot left to attack them with currently, as another T-80U appeared. Who's that with another Buratino? It's Vulcan with his reloaded Buratino. I go forward yet again with my T-80U, but there's those pesky super etendards coming around the side. And they will probably attack my T-80U, I imagine. Yeah, here they come. Side shots. Oh, they're splitting. One went for the T-80U, the other one's gone for the Tunguska and taken out my anti-air as well. The Conquers managed to open up because as soon as they've taken out my T-80U, forward come their tanks. Now I have got, luckily, these Conquers. I have to bring forward my choppers as well to stop their tanks coming forward. They bring forward the Gazelle Celtic this time rather than the Pivads. And that Gazelle Celtics, because my Tunguska is no longer there, the Celtic can come forward and take out my choppers. And I have to pull back my conkers, so we both pull everything back yet again. Looks like Silverraptor's Tunguskar's been targeted. He's just moving it a little bit. Got a TATU coming in on the action. Buratino, another HQ7. And the Super Etendards coming back. This team certainly, oh, they've evac. This team certainly do like their Super Etendards. So, yet another TATU coming forward by me. Now, probably the mistake I made here was not, rather, I should have gone maybe much more defensive and built a big force and tried to snipe some of the units while I was doing it, rather than bringing things forward. But that might not have worked either, because I had to keep them at bay with something, and I had to have a big tank there. Now, as soon as they see my TATU, you can see I'll get an attack marker next to it, because they don't want me to build up my tanks. I come forward with my Brom 1 because I want to see what they're doing. They are quite damaged, their tanks now. Or some of their tanks are. And low on fuel, because they keep microing them backwards and forwards. Looks like a push could be happening on the left side though. Jaguar gets taken out there. Some bombers going in. TATUs pushing forward a little bit. This one's coming back. Those Raphaels, which they've been using so well, come back in on the action. This TATU is a little bit far forward. There's an Ito Weasel there. And a Leopard 2A4 taking some shots at this TATU. It's going for the Ito Weasel. And misses. And gets one in the face. Oh, I spy another Etendard. What's it going for? It's going for my TATU again. I shall not forget this. I shall not forget this tactic, and I won't make the same mistake again, because this Super Etendards keep coming around the side and they keep sniping my units on this map. There's an AF Cobra coming in to attack my Brom 1, so I just have to bring that back, but I don't see this Etendard coming. And my Tunguska, of course, has been taken out. I'm bringing another one across, but it's taking its time. And meanwhile, my TATU is exposed. And along comes the Super Etendard. And is it going to get another side shot? Here we go. Yeah, another TATU bites the dust. Tunguska opens up on it, but just one missile away. And yeah, that survives. So I'm back to where I was before. No armour. And forward they come with their tanks. Yet again, managed to take that Cobra out. And I have to use, again, my MI-24V. I've got some Conkers sitting there. One squad gets taken out immediately. But I've still got my chopper here, although it's again attacked by the Pivads there. It gets taken out. Now I am in trouble now, because I haven't got, well, I've got some more choppers here I could push forward. But I think he kind of senses blood here, and he continues to push forward, even though his tanks are very damaged. He senses blood and he comes forward. What I do, I fire my BM-24s, try and slow them down. I fire them a little bit behind the enemy, unfortunately, but it does cut them off from the rest of their units. And I have to reverse my units now. It's a shame here I didn't have just a few hundred points to spam out a couple of big tanks and attack these guys, because we could have wiped them out, but I didn't, so I just had to pull everything back, because the Tunguskas, Hamshong Chos, Boshong Sus, BM-24s, these are no match for what's coming down the road here. So I do unload my ATGM infantry unit to try to do them a little bit of damage, and it looks like Vulcan's coming forward to help with an MI-24S24, MI-25S24 I mean. And I'm hoping he can take out this Abrams maybe, or at least get it well damaged. It's only on half health at the moment. I fire my Nonas. What I really need to do is fire at the Pivads, but I don't think I am, or in fact I am, but I've just missed. The MI-25S24 is firing at the Abrams, which takes a shot in the face. Doesn't do it any damage at all, and it micros it back. Of course he does. And Vulcan needs to bring his chopper back now, because those Pivads will eat him up all day long. Got these conkers on the left here, which I'm just trying to bring round as well. He's managed to get a Chinook on the ground, unfortunately, to resupply his tanks. And if I could see that, I would have mortared it, but of course I can't see it. I'll just quickly show you. Oops. So you can see I can't see their units at all at the moment. Which shows you the importance of reconnaissance. Of course. Now it looks like in Golf, got a nice tank build up here. And again, Charlie looking the weak point. I've brought in another Leclerc and a Leopard 2A4. So they've got two big tanks. Oh, in fact, they just lost the 2A4. 2A4 has just gone down. So all they've got now is a Leclerc. They've got some ATGM units in here and a Weaselito. A bit of AA, not too much. Crowtail's coming in at the back there. So if we attack anywhere, this is the spot that will crumble. Whereas if I attack up here, still lots of units and bringing in more. I am bringing in some medium tanks, these ZTZs. This time I'm building them up rather than sending them forward willy-nilly. I think I've run out of T-80Us. We only get 3, of course, in the REDFOR deck. I think I've had 3 destroyed. So score-wise, we've managed to pull it back. We're kind of, what was that, 3-3? 500 points behind now. So we've managed to repair some of the damage that we did at the start. But it's still difficult because they do still have more units than us, and they're in very good defensive positions here, apart from Charlie, which is the only weak point. Now, looks like we've got a big tank build up here. We've got T-80U, 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 72B, T-80U, T-80U, and we've got some anti-air Tunguska and HQ7, T-72B at the front there, another Tunguska coming at the back. A Super Etendard, of course. What else coming in? What can it see? I don't think it can see anything, really. Only evacs it. Takes some shots from the buck and goes down. Very nice. Meanwhile, they're attacking on my side. The 3 M1 Abrams coming forward. I have to go forward with my attack choppers. Cheap ones. There's the Pivads again. Just going to rip apart these choppers. I'm not too worried about this attack. I've got some Conkers sitting in the buildings here. I have got these ZTZs sitting in here as well. I've got some more attack choppers at the back here. Although Silverraptor just tried to help me out with his SU-27V, but I don't think he realises quite how many AA they've got over here, and boom, down he goes. So they continue their push forward this time. They're not stopping. So 3 Abrams, and this Abrams quite damaged. Haven't started their push on that side yet. So we're about to start a push, it looks like, on the left, but they're pushing on the right, although kind of not gone through with it. They're still coming forward with their 3 Abrams and their recon. The recon's down now to these Conkers, so these Conkers did a good job sitting in these buildings. Silverraptor's coming over with a MiG-29M this time with bombs. But again, the AA is going to just take those guys out. I'm afraid the AA over here is just immense. So we've managed to snipe one of those M1 Abrams. What's this? Another plane? Oh, it's me this time with bombs. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. And down it goes. So that's 3 planes down. Yeah, not good, not good. I think I was hoping to take out their anti-air at the front there so that I could bring my choppers in. I think, in fact, I did take I take out their Pivads? I did take out their Pivads, which means I can bring forward my attack choppers. So which is why he's pulling his M1 Abrams back so rapidly. So now I've got a clear shot at some of his tanks, which is good. So it should push him back at least. And the attack goes in on the left. They respond, of course. Super Etendard's coming in, trying to slow down the tank push. This is a big push here. Lots of T-80Us, some ZTZs, similar to the ones I've got on the right. More tanks here in reserve. A Tunguska going up in support. They do bring forward a Tiger Had with his Saklos missiles. Looks like they've lost the clerk already. They're bringing some Fox forward. Fuchs rather, oh dear, and then unloading them. They're going to make sure they hold on to the buildings by the looks of it. They've unloaded some commando paras as well in the trees. They've got some nice heat missiles which they're going to be able to fire at the T-80U and the two ZTZs over here. Don't know where that recon chopper's going, but all these T-80s now on the move. There's Tunguskers coming up to support in case they bring those pesky Super Etendars back out to play. Looks like the Commando Marines have gone down. It's T-80U with only 1 health left now. One more heat rocket and that's going to go down. It looks like there's a Bertino firing right on their road, which is excellent. Stops their resupply. So one of the T-80Us got destroyed there. The ZTZs are now up against the Commandos Paras. Are doing a really nice job here, holding back these tanks. And there's a PAH-2 Tiger there, firing away with its Hot 2 missiles as well. Oh, stabilisation malfunction, what a shame. But it's not moving, so it doesn't matter. It's opening up with its machine gun and its main gun. Don't know where this guy's going either. Although they've got a lot of AA left. They haven't really got much AA left actually, so this guy might even survive. Let's have a look. Just needs to get himself lined up so he can shoot something. Are you going to shoot anything? No, you're just going to spin wildly out of control and go away again. Okay. So these tanks doing a nice job. Big push. I'm not sure if it was that cost effective. I seem to lose quite a lot of them, but like I say, they were pretty well dug in. We had to do something. Managed to keep his Tunguska alive as well. And they've killed the CV. Have they killed the CV? No, the CV's still alive. It's just moved slightly. Tunguska's shooting at this pirate, I think. But they've still got a lot of infantry here in the buildings as the planes come in. There's a Mirage 3 and an FICT. They bomb the hell out of this forest. There goes the napalm. And that means these tanks are going to jump out the front. And if they get in range of the heat missiles from the Jaegers, which they do... Oh, he pulls his Jaegers back to save him, in fact. Another Super Etendard coming in. The Tunguska, of course, has been destroyed. Oh, that Super Etendard rockets didn't do so good that time. This is all a bit desperate here, firing so up close against infantry and buildings. As the heat missiles come in, take out another tank. Trying to come forward is Mi-24V. Try to shoot at some of these infantry. It's going to be difficult. Meanwhile, on my side, it's kind of as you were. We've just been going kind of a little bit backwards and forwards. They've still got all these Abrams and Bradleys sitting here, finding it really hard to break them down. They brought a couple more Pivads and some Hawks forward, so even though they already had good AA in the background, they're bringing it up a little bit further forward. Still got some Conkers sitting here protecting us. My Brom 2 just trying to keep an eye on them. I've got the ZTZs, of course, back here, which aren't the strongest tank in the world. And assaulting this lot will probably be, well, suicide really. On the left, looks like the command's gone down. The command has indeed been destroyed, but they've just brought another one in just in time. So that was a bit of a shame. So they're going to be able to resupply. What a shame. They get another command onto Charlie. Right, what have we got left to attack with here? We've got a couple of BMP 2Cs here and 2Cs here full of infantry. We've got some infantry coming up here with from Vulcan as well. Don't know if that's more Lijuans, I'm not sure. And another Bertino. On my side, I've just fired off my BM24s again, because they've got a whole cluster of units. They've got a bunch more tanks here now. These M60s, I think they're the American, yeah, the American medium tank. Big tank there. Almost fully healthed up. Still got their Bradley. The CEV. Farmer known is in. Trying to get rid of that stupid Chinook. hit it but don't kill it, unfortunately, as it's stunned and then tries to pull away. Go forward with an Mi-24V. The Pivads immediately make an appearance, as you can see, and shred my Mi-24. And they're going to shred the other one if it doesn't slow down either. Trying to turn it around. Just managed to pull that away as a bit of artillery comes in. Give me a hand against those Pivads. Now you can see the attack was a really good attack from the left side here, but they've been pushed back again and they've managed to get some Jaegers into the tree line here. Silverraptor's just pulled his Vetsnaz Grooves back. Buratino's firing, immediately gets attack markers on top of it and gets stunned almost immediately. The Super Ertendard comes in, probably to attack that Buratino, but the Buratino has managed to unleash into the buildings. Haven't managed to kill the commander yet, though, which is a bit of a problem. So is that Buratino going to go down? Ah, I think it missed. Okay, cool. Got a bunch of these Boshong Sus in Hamsung Chongs, but there's a Kyler sitting there. And that Kyler with its autocannon and its main gun, it ain't going to be pretty, I don't think. Already two of them down, 3 down, unloaded Boshong Sus. Yeah, and it's firing both its cannon and its autocannon at these guys, and they're going to get shredded. Silverraptor, though, has managed to take out a command tank from Bravo. There was a Abrams command tank sitting in Bravo. He has managed to take it out with all these infantry he's pushed over. Probably, I think it was an amphibious assault across here, because those little trucks were amphibious. But now his infantry are very exposed. Got Super Ertendard coming in to mop up any trucks. And looks like they're bringing in some Cassiopes, their little autocannons, slung under the chopper, which will demolish the rest of these motor chutes tonight. I expect we did manage to take the command tank out, but I'm not sure at what cost. Meanwhile, I have pushed forward with my little ZTZ tanks. I have managed to destroy a few of their tanks, as you can see, and they are pulling the rest back. I thought, well, what the hell, it's all or nothing now. There's a Hawk there, though. I managed to take out their Hawk. Very nice. Push forward with my chopper. You can see they're just pulling back into the tree line. So I have managed to do them a fair amount of damage, but it's just maybe a little bit too late. 2 minutes to go, and we're still 1,200 points behind. I'm not thinking we're going to win this. Take down that Mirage at least. So they brought some Harpons in now. These Harpons really inaccurate. They only cost 25 points though, which is why people bring them. And it's up against a T-60 C-72B. So we'll just watch this thing fire off, watch its rockets. They're really funny. So you can see them firing away. Come another salvo of 4, and whoa, all go in all different directions. They're not that bad, the AMX-13s. They're quite good in that you can spam them out and shoot a whole load of missiles, but you see they're not mega effective. However, these AMX Harpons are moving towards Gulf with a Mistral in front showing them the way. And it looks like Silverraptor hasn't got a lot left in Gulf to defend, so he's going to have to get that Kolos out. Now on my side, we've got a Leopard 2A5, and I bring forward my Mi-24W to try to take that guy out. They brought forward some more. They brought forward some fresh Abrams here and an ACAV as well. It's going to be too much for my little tanks. All this new lot coming in here, and decide to just pull them back. As the Super Ertendards make another appearance. Will they shoot down my Tunguska? No, they actually pull back. Silverraptor's managed to save his Kolos and pull back. They've got a nice foothold into the north part of Gulf now, though. And Silverraptor's also bringing his 20 T-72Bs back from this area just to try to protect Golf a little bit. So that's where the game ends. A defeat, unfortunately, but what it did do was show off the units for the REDFOR side. Those lovely T-ATUs. Perhaps I didn't use mine as effectively as I could have done. There was a nice tank battle on the left-hand side with Silver and Vulcan both advancing on Charlie towards the end there. Really awesome with the Leclercs and the Leopards all joining in over on that side. My side was a bit more to and fro, a bit more bitty. We really lost that in the first 5 minutes when we lost so many units at the start, especially me and Vulcan lost a lot of units right at the start of the game. We managed to get ourselves back in it, then we lost a few expensive planes and ended up on a loser. You can't win them all. I think it's important as well as to show me games that I'm winning, that I do show games that we lose as well, so that you guys can comment and tell us how crap we are or something like that anyway. But yeah, I still enjoyed the game because it showed off all the nice units that we did in the deck building video. Try and get another, I think we'll try and get another REDFOR game up. Hopefully we'll win it this time. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, despite us losing. It was a good team as well, I think they did really well on the opposition side. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.